On this tutorial, we'll be talking about it. It will be on formatting for readability. Formatting for readability. Let me type it here so it will be easier when trying to read it. Formatting for readability. Formatting for readability. So let me quickly format this so we can all see what we are trying to do. So to format bolding, this B, Ctrl B, will do it for you. If you want to change the font style, come here, use any of the font styles here. Let me just pick this, for instance. And if you want to increase the font to font 18, so you realize that this particular text is on cell C1, which is column C, row 1. Column C, row 1 is on cell C1. But eventually, it is extending towards all the D, E, F, G, and Co. So that is a normal thing. That's a normal thing. What happened? How do we go about it if we wanted to extend really that it will cover everything? That is where margin comes in, cell margin. But don't let us do that yet. We'll still do it, but then let's look at this first. We're bolding. How do we make borders? Now let's quickly create certain things here. Put name, school. Let me use gender. Better still. Gender. What else again? State of origin. State of origin. Then maybe one more thing. Age. Yeah, I think this is cool. So the first name here should be Olaiwola. Olaiwola. The gender, male. State of origin is Ogun State. And the age is 20. Okay, now quickly, how do we make borders here? First of all, I want this to be the headings. I'll make it bold. Let it be centralized. This symbol is for center. Aside from that, you realize that Olaiwola is bolding, M is italicized. By default, that's the default setting has been there, but then I will remove it now. Ogun is also italicized, underlined, and bolding. What do we do? If we want to capture everything straight like that, it can easily just come here, click, then drag. That dragging gives us something else. I will show you what that means later, but let's come Ctrl Z, click, Shift, click on Shift and select M, and that Shift select this. That way you pictured everything there. What if you want to carry everything on that row? Just come to number 4, row 4, and select. Whatever format we do on this will reflect on everything. That way you can just do it like this on both for me, please. Don't underline again, and don't italicize any. Let it be. So likewise, I want this gender, everything on the gender part to be center. So just click. Once you click, hold your shift and the down button on your keyboard. Center. Everything will come to the center. State of origin. I want to quickly do something here. We call it text trapping. How do we text trap? You realize that what we have originally in that particular cell is state of origin, but eventually what we are seeing is not up to state of origin. It's scattered. So we want everything to shrink. Let it shrink to that particular cell. So what we do is, after selecting the particular cell, come here. This is for text wrap. Okay, click on it. It will wrap the text. Hope you can see. Automatically, the cell has been extended in height. It has been extended. So automatically it has affected name, gender, age. So look at the way I will do this now. Name and this particular one. Come here. This particular thing that we have here, this particular toolbar for alignment is used for everything that has to do with wrapping of text. So if we click here, all the text will align up. That's why we have it here. Top alignment. This will be center alignment, which is the middle, and this will be down alignment, bottom. So I want it to be middle. So that's why I will pick the middle alignment. That way we are cool. Same thing goes to this edge here. I want everything to be centralized. We use this down one for the normal cell. We use this for wrapping. So click on this, it will be centralized. We are good to go. That is for I've talked about wrapping. That's about wrapping. Then how do we make borders? Let's assume we want everything here to appear to have a table. You don't have to start inserting table just like you did in Microsoft Word. No, you don't have to do that. In Excel, you just automatically create the table. By the time you are printing, it will still appear. And if you want to format the table, the moment you create this particular thing we're about doing, we call it borders. The moment you do that, all the formatting for tables will appear. We can always do that pretty much later, but let's quickly put borders here. Once you click on it like this, come here. Here is border. We have this to be borders. How do we want to do it? What do we want? Do we want bottom align, bottom border, top border, left border? But in this case, I want all borders. I want all borders. So I'll click on this. Automatically, everything has been put inside a table. Everything has been included in a table. Now, please, let's continue with Olayola. You realize that all other names, everything conform into the cell. They fit into the cell well. But Olayola is not fitting in completely. The A here is still okay. So what we do is, if we want to increase the width of the column or the height of the column, let's do that and we'll move on with this. So what do? Once you bring your cursor to the edge of this particular cell where we have Olayola, the cell is on B4. So come here, B, click on it like this. It will automatically move and there will be enough space. But let's Ctrl Z. What if you want it to be faster? The best thing to do is just double click on this. If you want to double click, everything in that particular cell will pick automatic alignment and it will fit in. The text will fit in to the cell automatically. The text will fit into the cell automatically. At some point, it might tend to extend longer. But what do? You just try as much as possible to shrink it together, or you wrap it, or you do text wrapping. So that's that about creating bolding. The formatting for readability, to bold, to create border, fill color. Okay, we've not done about fill color. How do we fill color? Click on the particular cell you want to fill. Click on this. Let me do the edging. The edgings. This is fill color. Let me just click on yellow. And there we are. The colors have been filled. So if you want to fill a particular cell, just click on it like this. Come to this drop down button, drop down arrow. Use any color you desire. And that is how we fill color for a cell. So automatically now we have done bolding, borders, fill color. We've not been able to match cell. We'll do that pretty much later. We have increased we have adjusted the width and the height of a column, and also we've done text wrapping. So we'll be doing others in our next video. Thank you very much.